Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Dedicate yourself to win in life. You gotta be dedicated. If you're trying to win in life, if you trying, whatever it is, whether it's relationships, business, your life mission, whatever, you gotta dedicate yourself. And what do I mean by dedicate? That means you gotta say, look, I'm going to do it. It can't be like one of those you just sitting around say, oh, I wish I was winning in this area, or I wish I was having some great relationships, or I wish I was on my life mission, or I wish I lived in a better place, or I wish I was making more money. No, you gotta dedicate yourself, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you gotta dedicate yourself. Like, I don't usually talk about relationships on Sundays, but if you want a better relationships, you gotta dedicate yourself to winning relationships, which means you gotta look at what you doing yourself, not to be in the relationships you wanna be. And that's just relationships. Let's just be real. People wanna make money. People wanna make money out here. They wanna live better. Okay, what are you doing to make more money? How dedicated are you to a particular profession or what you feel like is your life mission? How dedicated are you? You know, how dedicated are you to having a better family life? Or how dedicated are you to getting along better with those in your social circle? You know, how dedicated are you to live in a better neighborhood? That ain't gonna just happen. And you ain't gonna just sit around and just wish it's gonna happen. Say, yeah, it'd be nice. It kills me. People be nice. Okay, so are you doing the work? Are you doing the work? Are you jumping into it? That was a lesson I learned. I remember years ago. This is way back in the day. And I remember I said I wanted to do all this stuff for business and everything. And this guy was going to help me. He was ready to start right then. And I learned a lesson right then. You know, I said, hold up, I got to jump on this. You know, I can't be playing around. He was ready to go. He was ready to go right then. Then when he saw I wasn't ready to go, he was just like, oh, okay. But I learned a lesson. So it's like after that, I wouldn't say anything unless I was ready to jump on it. I was ready to dedicate. Like, I don't care what it is in life, you gotta do the work. I wish it was easy, but nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. I don't care what it is. You gotta do some work. If you're not getting what you want, if you're not getting the social relationships, and when I say social relationships, I mean, romantic friendships or anything, the only thing they all had in common was you. You gotta look at yourself. Maybe you got to change some things about yourself, or you're not making the money that you want to make. Okay, so what are you doing to make more money? And then are you dedicated to that? Are you dedicated to that craft? Are you going to learn what you need to learn? Or you want a better home? Okay, what are you doing to get your credit together? What are you doing? What are you doing so you can move into a better place? Whatever it is. It could be getting your health together. Okay, so what are you doing for your health? What are you doing? It's what you are doing. And you got to dedicate yourself to it. Stuff in life is work. Do the work. One of my earliest videos, one of my earliest essays was simply do the work. I don't care what it is. You want whatever. Do the work. All right? I don't care. And I don't care. You can yell out anything. Well, I want to do this. Okay, do the work. All right? You want a better car. Okay. And it might seem simple. Okay, so what are you doing to get a better car? What are you doing? To get a better place. What are you doing? Everything is work. And you got to dedicate yourself. You want to win in life. You want to win in different areas. You got to do the work. You got to dedicate it. When you look at winners in life, like I studied a lot of people who've been successful. And, you know, it could be in different areas. It could have been in sports. It could have been in business. They worked. They worked. And they all had stories of when things weren't going well. They had to do the work. I can even use that for myself. I remember a time, shoot, it was tight. It was tight, you know? Like I always talk about body game and everything. Shoot, I remember it was so tight, I couldn't even go to the gym. That's how tight it was. I ain't had the gas money. It was enough to go to work and back. I was like, man, you know? But that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. I had to work to even get to that point. And that's the thing. When you're going through life, you have to dedicate. You have to say, okay, this is what I want. Okay, am I dedicated towards it? Because there's a lot of people who will say, yeah, they want this and that, but then they just sitting around on the couch, you know, drinking something, you know, talking about it, but they ain't doing the work. You got to dedicate yourself to whatever it is that you want to do. And you got to stick with it. And when I say dedication, that means it's going to be some bad times. That's what gets you through the bad times. I wish, I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it a million times more. Success is not a straight line. I don't care what it is. You're going to have some obstacles. You're going to have some detours. You're going to fall in some holes. Shoot, you're going to have people come against you. But when you dedicate it, when you, in your mind, you dedicate it, you say, no, I'm going to get this. You get through those obstacles. You climb out of those holes. Detours, hey, you just take the detour. You'll find a new way. You know, if you got to learn something, you'll take the class, whatever you got to learn, whatever you got to do, you're going to do it. But that's dedication. Dedication just means simply you want to stick to it. You want to do this. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. And whatever you want to do in life, you want to win overall, you got to dedicate, no matter what it is, you got to dedicate yourself to win. I want y'all to think about that. You got to dedicate yourself. You got to say, no, I'm going to win. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do whatever, you know? Whatever it is, I don't care what it is, no matter how small, you have to dedicate yourself to doing it. No matter how small, it could be large area, it could be some on a global level. You definitely got to dedicate yourself there. You definitely, you know? But in life, you don't want to keep losing. If you're losing in life, you want to change stuff. If stuff ain't going the way you want, you got to dedicate yourself to win. And I want y'all to think about that. I'm seriously, everybody wants to win in life. Everybody wants to have a good life and everything. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You have to dedicate yourself to do so. That's the important thing. That is very important, all right? Dedicate yourself to win in life. This is your life. This is what you want to do, okay? All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to really think about it. And if you're not really dedicated yourself, get started right now. Don't wait. Don't wait. I had to learn that lesson way back in the day. Y'all learn that lesson right now. Just jump on it. Whatever you want to do, just jump on it. Because once you dedicate yourself to win, then stuff is going to open up for you, okay? All right? So I'll talk to y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon, all right? Peace and blessings. Keep rising to become the best version of yourself. All right? Peace.